Hey, it's Stephanie. Hit that like, subscribe, and share, or keep it to yourself. I don't care. Alright, so anybody talking shit about anything, just be quiet. Because if you really think about it, and yes, guys, tonight I'm going to use my notes, my handy dandy notes. Because I'm always all over the place. Fuck, I didn't even bring my glasses either. Alright, hold on, I'll get my glasses. Hold on. Fuck, where did I put my glasses? Oh my god, Stephanie, get it together. Oh, got them. Alright, here we go. I got my glasses. I got my glasses. I got my glasses. No, seriously, I literally just thought that I lost them. Anyone who wants to say anything about my eye, dude, I have Bell's palsy. Had it forever. And because of you dickheads, I just went and got my Botox injections. Now I got bruises on my fucking face and I have to hide it with a lot of fucking cover up. And it's uncomfortable. And it annoys me. But just in case I need my handy dandy glasses, I got them right here. Alright, so everybody has something to say, you know? Everybody wants to put their 2 cents in, what's right, what's wrong, who should do this, who should do that, who should be allowed, who shouldn't be. First off, every single one of these people, whether it's the NFL, the NBA, celebrities, politicians, what do they get? Donors, right? They get people to donate. Big pharmaceutical companies, corporations, everybody. They all have what? Athletes, sponsors, donors. So you have to think, okay, say you're an influencer, right? And people start recognizing you. And you have people who are like, you know what? I want you to support my brand. I want you to talk about this, this, and that. And you start talking about it. But you say something they don't like you to talk about because it makes their brand look bad. You know what I mean? That is going to affect their pocket, their revenue. Just like all the banks collapsing are affecting certain people, but not others. So you have to look at, okay, the people behind the movements and a lot of things you support and a lot of things you see on TV say what? Sponsored by Pfizer, sponsored by biotech, or it has something sponsored next to it. So anything that has sponsored with it, you can conclude that it is not original. It is what they're being paid to what? Act out, to what? Simulate something that will become your reality, will become your truth, because you'll have a bunch of sponsors, group of people who say, you know what, we like this, and they write the act out, and then they pay the people to produce it, and then they have to have what? The backdrop people, the people that are, you know, doing the backdrop, the scenery, and then people to promote it, and then people to be the parts. It's like we live in a real life movie. Do you see that? We live with what? Sponsors. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. It's what? Sponsored by what? Corporations. Is it backed by everyday people who can say whatever they want? Hell no. There's actually proof of this theory that I have. A Muslim mother. She actually is really famous on TikTok. She has several million followers. And she was going against a guy named Jeffrey. I can just say this much. Jeffrey, and his last name starts with an M, because I'm sick of the YouTube algorithms, you know, cop blocking me every the way that is possible. So it's like I can only say so many things. But she came out to speak against, you know, him possibly grooming children because, I mean, God forbid, how could anybody accuse him of that? He didn't do anything like that. It was, you know, he just went on social media and said, "Hey children, are your parents doing this to you? You know, you don't have to deal with it anymore. You can do this, you can do that. You can support me on Patreon. I will talk to you. I will be there for you." How to, you know, legally disconnect from your own parents and how your parents are abusive. I mean, this guy has a lot of content. So this Muslim mother, who, I mean, if you think about it in retrospect, Christians have a belief, Jewish people have a belief, Muslims have a belief, but Muslim culture is serious. And that mom who spoke out against the trans stuff in the schools was attacked. Her kids were threatened, all that. She literally posed crying, please, I'm sorry, leave me, my family alone. Well, people understand is in their culture, being publicly shamed and somebody having tear you apart, that affects what people think of their husbands, of their parents. It's a cultural thing. Regardless, dude, it's a Muslim woman who wears a hijab, and they're attacking her for wearing her hijab. Okay, so you're trans or whatever, you don't want anybody debunking you, but you're yelling at her for wearing a hijab, you're demeaning her in public, knowing that this cultural thing, like, how dare you? Like, it's deeper than that. Like, she's being hurt on a scale that you could never understand because you don't even know who you are. But she personally, she's feeling it, not just from the backlash on social media, but if her family comes from like another country and stuff, and it's a Muslim country, like culture, Muslim culture, they're very deep in it, and that's like, what the fuck? You just like created some shit you don't even realize you created. And not only that, it's like, I thought this would be the last religion in America that would succumb to this, was Muslim faith. I'm not kidding you. I thought Muslim faith, okay, these people are not going to play around with the, lettuce, tomato, bacon, cucumber, fucking eggplant, cut your shit off. Nobody really thought that Muslims would succumb to this. And they are. And I'm like, oh my God, damn, dude. Like, what the fuck? It's wrong. There should not be people doing this stuff. And we all know it's wrong. We all talk about it. But nobody, it's just like, oh, don't do it. Because you're going to get what? Unsponsored. They'll bankrupt you. It's like literally Nike saying, if you don't do this, we will uncheck you. That's everything is a sponsorship. There's a group of people who run the sponsorship control. And they have the legacy media, the royal family, your celebrities, politicians, they're nothing. Every fucking elected local official is a puppet. They're puppets. So right now you have what? What do you have right now going on? Bought and paid by Pfizer. Let's just go down the list. I don't even fucking care what I look like anymore. Like, I don't give a shit. Whatever. This is me and my glasses. Because I can't see. Because I'm fucking blind. So stupid. It's so stupid that I even have to keep going over this. Because I've been putting videos out about what's going to happen right now. Like, when I first started doing videos. Then I was on Facebook. I don't know what it was. But I saw a picture and a tweet from a guy that I went to a political rally for Trump. And I'm thinking, yeah, I flew all the way out there, spent this much money, and realized it was a nothing. Trump didn't do anything. Now he's like, I will promote your freedom city. I will give you freedom of choice in schools. I will give you this. Where the fuck was he the whole time he was president? That's what you need to ask yourself, conservatives. Because I'm so goddamn sick and tired of everybody toeing around this fucking fact. The guy hasn't said shit about the vaccines that he pushed on everybody. He pushed them. He was part of it. Okay, whether you want to admit it or not, he pushed it. Warp speed. Okay, people, stuff's going down. Trump supporters, look over there. Just as bad as liberals, dude. Everybody's just the same. So Trump said he was going to put Hillary and Clinton in prison. And, people who were involved with Epstein were going down. Like, all this stuff was going to happen, right? What happened? Absolutely motherfucking nothing. This is what happened. All the banks are closing in. They're going bankrupt. Joe fucking Stupid is coming out saying, what, we need some gun control. After you let the country burn down for almost a decade now, pushing this race war that doesn't exist, because I grew up in the 80s and 90s. We didn't even fucking have social media to tell us what was racist or schools. We were just friends. My white friend, my black friend, my Hispanic friend, my Indian friend. We never had that shit. We were just fucking friends. We were just friends. We didn't come home until the streetlights were on. Another thing people need to think about is, like, since when was all this division a thing? At first it was just the trans, but now you got lesbians against feminists. You got everybody divided. Everybody's fighting each other. Every religion, every gender with identity, gender in front of identity, whatever the fuck it is, you want to call it. You got San Francisco. Oh, we need reparations, $5 million apiece for each black folk out here. No, it doesn't work like that. Because a lot of those people had slave ties. That's a fucking truth. I'm white. I came from the Great Potato Famine. My family's wealth was destroyed by the war. And when my family got off the boat, you know what they did? They put a gun in their arm and said, now go fight for America. When they got back, what did you think America did? They said, I will not hire Irish. Irish need not apply. Irish need not apply. Where's our reparations? Like, seriously, Irish need not apply. That's a real fucking thing. Not only that, how many white people died to free black people from slavery in America? People forget that Hollywood is warping your fucking minds. And it's like, I look at history and I look at everything going on. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. This is really stupid. I can't believe these are actual really arguments. And then the Pentagon. The banks are crashing. The UFOs are here. They're dropping probes everywhere. Look at the alien probes. It's like, we're destroying the economy. You're all going to go fucking broke. And don't worry. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got a digital currency. Don't worry. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. We got a digital currency. We got it, guys. It's like, it's the same thing they do with the vaccines. Oh my God, you're all going to die from this plague. That's invisible if you're at like Walmart or McDonald's or Whataburger or Walgreens or like certain people are free from this unless you go through our zones. Like, do you, like, y'all stupidity is fucking with my lifestyle and I don't like it. I'm part of the mind your fucking business crew. Not, I want to live in a 15-minute city where everybody's watching me and everybody knows if I shit glitter, if I shit gas. Like, I'm done with all you people. Like, I remember being your age. I was against guns until I watched somebody get murdered. I was against a lot of stuff until I saw the effects it had on people who are just trying to be normal and live their lives. I feel bad for people. I really do. I feel bad, no, to a certain extent. I feel bad for a certain extent. And then it's just like, you know, with the whole, like, the mother alien ship is coming. Social credit scores are going to come out. And I've noticed, like, even with all my social media platforms and some other things going on in my life, like, I can't get unstuck right now from this social media identity porthole of fucking hell. Like, say, what if I'm a pervert? What if I order like 50 dildos a month and I just want to fucking whack off to 50 dildos a month and I have that right? Because I'm a free person, right? Not doing anything wrong, not hurting anybody. I just want to fucking get off to all these dildos every month. I can't do it now because the government is going to know how many dildos I get. Can people put that in perspective? If I put it in like dildo perspective, like whatever you do is going to be measured and counted. So you can be anything. You could be left, right, you could be whatever the fuck the social little fucking bubbles put you in. You can literally be in any of them. Because the convenience from an inconvenience is actually costing you everything. It's in George Orwell's 1984. We're living in Animal Farm. Not only that, everything we're experiencing right now, it's not real. Like, these lights to make this video, not real. My glasses, not real. This phone, not real. Planes, not real. Nothing is real unless somebody gives it consciousness. Meaning that, just like this, like, you don't know if a cat's dead or alive unless it's thought of and it comes to a conclusion, yes? So, if you think of that in that aspect, we know Trump, DeSantis, all this left versus right, you know, black, we need reparations, we got to do this for the trans. None of it is fucking relevant. Same with climate change. I'm sorry, suck dick. I don't give a fuck. It's not real, dude. Every continent on this planet has been flooded out and regrowth. I mean, it's been going on for 50,000 years plus. What makes you think you're so fucking special? You're not. Fucking stupid, actually. Like, honestly, if the aliens are looking at us right now from space, they're just like, what? They're probably thinking, what the fuck has come with these people? Like, our science experiment is a bust. These people are worthless. Look how bad these people turned out. These people, they're fucking beyond hope. And honestly, if there was an alien, like, abduction thing going on, I would pay the aliens to take me. That's how dumb people are. I can't even take the level of stupid. It makes me feel like I'm getting dumber every day. Honestly, it really does. And they're the same people that call everybody a conspiracy theorist. And now that CNN is like, you know what, the Pentagon says the mothership is getting. Oh my God, aliens are here! I mean, that's all they fucking do. I can't stand it. I really can't. It's so stupid. And if I could run like a really good science experience on it or experiment on them, I would. I would. And like a lot of people don't like to hear this when I say this stuff about Trump, but it's like, you know, it's true. And DeSantis, he's what, backed by Soros. Trump, you know, you just gotta take it for what it is. Trump's economy, I love it. Take it any day. I'll take it any day over the bullshit we're dealing with now. I will get on that pony and ride it all the way, and I'll be like, fuck yeah, give me that great economy. Majority of people would. And not only that, but you have people being, you know, attacked on all aspects if they don't agree with mainstream media. And that's what I hope I can at least make one or two people think about. Like, you think you're protected because you're Muslim or because you're Jewish or because you're left or you're right. No, it's whatever they say. Just like I would never think a Muslim mother would get attacked for talking about a trans TikToker. I never would think of that because America is so what? Tolerant. You know, I mean, people have to think about it like that because, you know, just like Tucker Carlson. Well, he's just like the rest. And the thing that also gets me, okay, I have to look at notes right now because I'm trying to like not drift off, but it's like, again, I do. But with the whole trans thing is like, so Drew Barrymore goes on TV, right? And she bows down. She gets on her knees to Dylan, right? Dylan is a girl. He's a girl. He's a girl. He is a girl. Drew Barrymore, girl. But see, here's the thing. Drew Barrymore has been going to places like, you know, Studio 54 and like all these Hollywood, you know, pedo fun kind of parties, and she was well under 13. Like, she wasn't even old enough to apply for like a hardship license by the time she was going to these parties in Hollywood. And people have to understand the age that you start using substances is when your brain stops developing. That's why addicts are very immature. When you first start abusing something, that's when your brain shuts off and says, yeah, you know what, done playing. And that's what keeps people stuck in that state. Also, not to mention, mainly people who have been abused, or, you know, like whether it's sexually, emotionally, mentally, or they grew up in a very like toxic family type of environment where the mom was neglected, dad was always gone. There's always some kind of like social there's always some kind of substandard for why people end up thinking, believing, feeling a certain thing, being drawn to certain demographics of people. And there's a certain people that manipulate that and use that to control other people who are weak in certain areas because they prey on weak people who are hurt by other fucking sociopathic people. See what I'm saying? So there's a lineage, okay, lineage, what the fuck, I don't know why, but it sounds like lineage, like lineage, we're done. You know what I'm saying, of people who have not only grown up around that type of behavior, but have come to adapt it slowly. So then over time, you have a big group of people who have been abused and need certain things from a toxic person. Then you have a huge part of society that is that toxic person. So it's just been over time. Like, look at the majority of men. They're not even men. They're not men. They're just like, God, like, I can't take it anymore. Like, oh my God, I want like that Russian, I can ride a bear and I'm gonna come to your cabin and save you from the Democrats. Okay, I can't. But seriously, like more when women see like uh gifts or whatever they're called with like men, like I mean, I'm telling you, when I saw the Russian dudes with a bear in the background, they were all working out together. I was like, two Russian dudes and a bear. This is what America needs. If America had two Russian dudes and a bear backing them up, none of this shit would exist. None of it would exist. We would all be fucking gravy, baby. But we're not. With all these chemical spills, all this kind of stuff going on, also, all right, there's legislation that says if you have toxic land, the government automatically owns it. Goes with the World Economic Forum plan. Also, you need to look up HB 13333. Basically, it states anything that you state that the government states is not a truth is considered a conspiracy and you're a domestic terrorist. Just like how, Sheila Jackson Lee was going out the anti-white conspiracy theory. Charges, let me get this bill going. No, it's all the same thing. Basically, you can be black, white, Asian, you can be purple. Bitch, you can be a motherfucker mermaid. And if you talk about election fraud, you are a domestic terrorist. That's how easy it is. If you talk about food that you think is not organic, and you say, I question the label, I question Google, you are a domestic terrorist. It's HB 13333. And also look up Sheila Jackson Lee and her marvelous white supremacists. Goddamn white supremacists. How do we ever get to 2023 with these fucking white supremacists? They're everywhere. They're getting everybody on every corner. I don't know how we survived. This is fucking stupid. I don't even know how to live like this anymore. Seriously, it's like, bring on the aliens. But then what's after the aliens? Like, that's another thing that's kind of like gross negligence. Like, I know they're crashing the banks and they gotta, because if you look all over the globe, people are resisting the cashless society. They're going against the 15-minute cities. They're going against everything that's being pushed right now. But everything that's being pushed on you is sponsored by Pfizer and celebrities and your local politicians. So people like me, we're irrelevant. I'm irrelevant. And that's what it's like. People who like come on here to trash me, watch me, and go on my other social media accounts. I'm like, what is your waste of time for? I have a handful of people that watch me, that agree with me, that like me. And I love that because we understand each other. I don't care what you other people think. Like, that's the reason I come on here, to talk to other people who I don't think like me, who I know are not crazy, who are like, what the fuck is happening? But somehow you have to learn how to coexist in this fucking simulation of fucking make-believe. This only exists because everybody's making it exist in their thoughts. There's racism. Yes, we're all going to point out racism. And now we're all looking at the race. Now it's genderism, it's sexual, it's this and that. And it's like, if it doesn't exist, if you don't think about it, it doesn't exist. Just like COVID. Imagine a population of people on an island who have no connection to the outside islands. Was there ever COVID? No. Because they have no access to radio, water, or people traveling to and from. So they never knew what there was COVID. How do we know there was COVID? Because every fucking person under the sun is talking about it. Online, on the news, everywhere. So you only know something because somebody tells you something. And you know that from your news every day. Your talk shows, your celebrities. Everybody who's pushed in your throat to make you think some kind of way is not only sponsored, but they're being paid to make you think that kind of way. So whenever you hear something that's like, got AIDS, no big deal, we can get you through it. Before you know it, you'll be tested negative and back in that bed with someone else. It's like, whoa. Like, you make things sound so amazing. What are the side effects? You'll choke to death. It's like, you'll vomit all night long. It's like, people will hear all this bad, all this negative, but it's like Stockholm syndrome. Kind of like an abusive relationship. You have somebody abusing you, but then telling you how amazing something is. I'm going to give it to you. This is what it's going to be, but oh my God. But it's like, so it's a love-hate, and it's called Stockholm Syndrome, and it's narcissism, it's sociopath, narcissism. And half the country is stuck as like Stockholm Syndrome, and they're with narcissists, and the other half, well, no, I wouldn't even say half. No, majority have Stockholm Syndrome. Like, they understand the dynamic because they've been in an abusive situation. They've been with an abusive person who tells them their reality. Who's like, no, you don't think this way. You think this way. This is what happened. No, don't listen to them. So you have a percentage of the population who knows what it's like to be with an abuser. And we're watching the whole fucking planet get abused. And we're like, bitch, are you kidding me? And they're like, the aliens are coming. I'm like, bring it. I got my dollars. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, guys. But anyways, I love you. Love you so much. Dude, don't get caught up in the hype. Remember, everything you think, everything you believe is all you experience. Whatever you succumb to in fear is what you're going to experience. And it also draws into your health, too. All your emotions and everything stem from feelings. You feel good, you're high. You feel bad, you're low. That's why they want to keep you in fear, in bad states. Just like La Palma was going to explode. Did it happen? No. But I was scared. COVID going to kill me? Oh, bitch, I went and bought food for a year. I'm here and it rotted. I threw it away. See what I'm saying? Don't stress out over these people. Because that's their whole goal, is to entrap you in that fucking state of fear. Don't let them do it. Set yourself free. Realize that shit is just what it is. Laugh at it. Joke at it. But always protect those who are vulnerable. People who are exploited. Never let children and women and certain people be exploited by fucking evil people. Don't do it. I don't care. And I see people doing stuff like that all the time. If you know somebody is hurting or exploiting somebody, and I don't give a shit. You save that person. Love you guys.